at the guys that I was around that would be talking tough. Like, man, have y'all ever been down here where these guys be really rumbling at? Like, most of y'all won't even make it, man. And some of the stuff I seen was totally eye-opening, man. And it was kind of depressing at the same time to know that human beings were living like that. And not that they wanted to be, but it was just because they were just left like that. No one, and it just kind of like abandoned. And no one gave a shit what was going on at the time.
Yeah, I knew it was real, man. When I was 8 years old, and see, in my house, my house was a dope house. You know, my little brother father sold heroin and syrup, what they call lean now. But back then it was just syrup, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was strung out on heroin, my mom was. And I remember I used to come home from school, nobody was ever there. But I used to have this thing about being with my mother, even though she would tell me to go to my grandmother's house. And I went down to, there was this one particular day, man, when I went there and I waited for her outside all day. She found me sleeping in front of the door when she came. It was late. I would stay right there until my mother came home. And she let me in the house, and there was some level of depression that hit her. And she laid me down on the couch real nice and gently, and she went to the bedroom window and tried to leap, man, out the 11th-story window.
Wow.
Tried to jump, man, and I don't know, it was just something, man, woke me up. And all the way to her grave, she always talked about that story of how I saved her life from suicide. That's what the heroin, did to her. It took her life eventually, but I knew right then and there that my situation was real and it was different. But you know what? And I'm gonna say this: looking at the horrors in the community was so thick, it made me gravitate towards the television. The television was the only escape from the reality. Absolutely. And I would watch these shows of these privileged white kids, man, just living out these lives, and like the Wonder Years, and I can name so many other storylines that were going on. And these kids were happy, they had mothers, they had fathers, and I was mesmerized by it. So even though I was in housing project, I was living a fake reality through them. Yeah. And that's what turned me into acting, I think. I think that was what sparked me to want to escape my reality by performing and being something that I knew I wasn't.
Yeah.